serious, not after we fill out some paperwork, right over here.
Why are you still lying about what happened with the BLM activist with Linda Greenberg?
Why am I still lying?
Yeah, because
So
he didn't punch her.
What did he do?
She threw water on him and he hit the cup out of her hand.
Okay.
That's
So
what
you're
I saw
talking-
in the video, in your
Say that
video.
again?
That's what I saw in your video.
Okay, so she's talking about the incident on December 12th. December 12th, 2020. Yep, that you guys never saw on the broadside. Okay? So whether, first of all, I'm just gonna ask you, what's your first name?
Catherine?
Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
So first of all, I'm not lying. Second of all, when you only show a little snippet of a video and you don't see what led up to that, Catherine, okay? You don't see that Shimmy, the guy that assaulted her, you don't see that before that he was in the bike lane, and when he walked past Linda Greenberg, who was standing right next to somebody else, and Linda went like, just like this, and as he's walking by Linda Greenberg, he swatted the flag, which was right near Linda Greenberg's face. Did you see that?
I don't know that I saw that.
I'm telling you, it's on the video.
But I don't think that makes it...
hijacking this meeting.
Sorry, I know. So I just want to say to that point, that
But
don't-
you should tell the whole story when you tell it, because
So
he
but-
didn't punch her,
What-
and
did he touch
she
her?
threw water at
Did
him.
he touch her?
She threw water at
Did
him.
he touch her?
No, he touched a cup in her
He
hand.
touched her.
And she threw
Wait a minute,
water at him.
So I don't know what your angle is, Catherine, but I didn't lie, number one. And number two, when you lay hands on an 80-year-old person, whether or not they poured water on you, that's a crime in the state of Massachusetts.
It was a cup.
That's a crime in the state of Massachusetts.
It's also a crime
It's
to
a
throw water
crime.
on somebody.
So
She doesn't get a free ticket because she's old.
Yeah. So what he should have done is call the police. That was not my intention, but I know, so I apologize. Thank you very much, Dianna Ploss, DiannaPloss.com. Thank you.
Can I? I've been looking at this Shimmy. I've seen this video, and I saw it video, and it looked like punch. So I was convinced it was a lie until I saw it.
I saw that. I know positive.
So to me, he looks like he's swiping.
Okay, but here's the thing, and I'll say this to you. If you have to, like if I punch you, you can't shoot me.
Right.
You did
So-
tell you on tape, right?
Oh, I didn't know. No, I didn't know.
Oh,
You have to tell
it's
me.
in front of
I
you.
did not know.
I am.
Yeah,
So, is
you
it
should
live
tell her
stream?
you're recording
Okay,
it
thank
for
you.
Black
Is this a
Lives
live
Matter,
stream?
right?
Are you
Thank
working
you.
for Black
You're
Lives
welcome.
Matter?
No.
Okay, so a couple of things. So if I punch you, you can't shoot me. It has to be proportionate.
It's got to be reasonable. Right.
No, but this is actual law.
Yeah.
So you have to look at the law, okay? I did not lie. When it first happened, before we had that video, that's what it looked like, okay?
Yeah.
But let me just... So before that, but he did touch her. He touched her so fiercely. You see him crossing the plane that she went back. You don't see that. She went back. People grabbed her. What you also don't see is the entire video of how the Swampscott police allowed this group of criminals and communists to come up to us from down the street and surround us, get into us like this. You didn't see what they did previously to Linda Greenberg. You didn't see the whole video, which they did to Linda Greenberg.
So the thing, I don't think what Shimmy did was right, and I don't think what Linda Greenberg did was right either when she threw the water.
Okay, but did you see him? Did you see him swat at the flag, and her face was right here? Did you see that?
I didn't see any of the other
Okay, you didn't see
swatting.
that.
I just saw that one video I
I don't
showed
think
you.
that has anything to do with
It
the
does.
actual thing that
Are you an attorney?
happened.
Are you a lawyer? Like, do you know anything about law?
No.
Okay, I do.
I'm just trying to find the truth.
But the truth is, if I punched you and all you had, say you had no arms, and all you couldn't shoot me or anything, what would you do?
But I don't.
What would you do?
I don't know. But
You
I
would
don't.
call the police. The police were there. Here's what he
I mean,
did.
me
Wait a minute, wait a
specifically,
minute.
I wouldn't.
I want you to look at the video again, because this is what Shimmy did before he went like this or whatever.
Well, it looks like he went
Right.
like this.
Even if he did that, he still hit her
Right.
enough
I agree.
that she went back. Here's what you're not looking at. What did he do? He looked to see if anybody was watching him.
I did
Right,
see that.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so he could have. I want you to think about this objectively. He could have gone to the police and said,
Right.
"This
That's why-
person did
that's
this
why
to
I'm
me."
saying I don't think
That's
what he
he
did
could have
was
done.
right. I don't think
But
what
you
he
have
did
to
was
look at
right.
it in the whole context. He looked to see if the police were watching him before he did what he did.
The,
I
the
saw
only
that.
issue the only issue that I'm having with it is that he's getting a bunch of crap for it, but Linda Greenberg isn't for
Are you
throwing the
kidding me?
water.
Wait a minute, but again, you're looking at one snippet. Go and
No.
watch the entire
I've looked
video.
at it all. I'm a conservative. I do activism all around the state. I'm a Trump supporter.
I just
I've
think
looked
the
at
rules
I've
apply.
looked at all of
Wait a
it.
minute, no.
But listen. I've looked at all of it since it happened. I did think at first that he hit her, and I was like, what a piece of shit.
He did hit her.
And then I continued
did
to
hit her.
watch the video from
Right.
both
He hit her
angles.
cup.
He
hit the
her
cop.
because she went flying. She went.
You can clearly see the open hand
It doesn't
swatting at
matter.
something.
He hit her. She was holding it. What I'm saying
Wait,
is,
did she hit her?
it's-
Did he hit her or the
she
cup?
went flying.
He hit the cop.
Wait a minute.
It-
No,
Well,
it-
she
it-
can-
you can't even see it. You can't even see it on there. You can't see it. She went
Why would it
flying.
not matter? She threw water on him.
Why didn't he go to the police?
Well,
They went
then-
everywhere.
But then you also have to ask, why didn't Linda Greenberg go?
We did. You guys didn't see what happened to us that day. I had to
It
corral
still
them.
doesn't make it okay
How
for
does
her to
it, how
throw
does it
water at
justify
him.
her throwing
Wait a minute,
water?
It doesn't make it okay. Two wrongs
so-
don't make a right.
Go to the police. You're gonna tell me that
He
if you're
swatted a cup out of her hand.
no, he
hit
didn't.
her.
He touched her. He did. It pushed her back. It pushed her back. I was there. It pushed her back.
You can see in the video that she goes back, but you can also see in the video that he swatted something.
Well, anybody,
Let me say it
if-
again.
if
Could have been
I go to
scared.
SWAT
Let me
and
say it.
something,
Could have
been
you'll
scared
react.
and
Let me
back,
say it. This is the
exactly.
last time I'm going to say it. Okay? I don't know why you're maybe you're not hearing me. Maybe I'm not saying this. The response of his has to be appropriate. There were police everywhere.
But if
He
he,
could have gone.
I don't think he should have.
Okay, wait a minute. So
To me,
even if
yeah.
he did swat her,
Yeah.
in the process, he hit her. He hit her.
So
And
what
she
about
went
her?
flying.
What about her throwing some water?
So then deal with that at another situation. But what I'm saying is, the police were all around.
Yeah.
We were pleading with them for help. They weren't doing anything. Shimmy, go and look. Did you look at his
But
testimony?
Shimmy's on trial and Linda
Right.
Greenberg isn't. Why?
She
She threw water at him.
They did a report. Did you look at the report?
I've seen it all, yeah.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
And Shimmy said that his goal that day was to go after us. What he
In
did
what
was
way?
premeditated. It was premeditated because he specifically went after the weakest person in the group. He's a communist.
Yeah, but she threw water at him.
She
You're not
threw water at
listening.
him.
You're not listening.
Why does it?
Hold on a second.
Except for this anti-communist stuff, like I'm a communist and I'm against.
Go away, I don't want to
I'm
talk to
against
you.
all this.
Go away, I don't want to talk.
It's not communists who are doing
I'm
this
not
to us.
talking to you.
It's billionaires,
Listen,
it's the
yeah, okay,
Rockefellers,
whatever.
and
Go
Bill
away,
Gates
go
and
away.
Big
It's a
Pharma.
different
Go away. I don't want to talk to you about that. So here's what
But
you're
I
not
agree
hearing.
with- I'm against
You have to look at the whole context.
Yes,
of what,
she
you're not
threw water
listening.
on him.
You're not listening. They surrounded us. They had BLM people this close to her. She was screaming for them to get away. You're looking at one little tiny snippet.
Yeah, but
wait a minute, stop. One tiny snippet. You don't know what happened that day.
But in that
you weren't
moment,
there.
he wasn't surrounding her with
No,
people.
but he
They
had
were
already been
behind her.
told, after he did the swatting with the flag, he had already been told by the police not to be in that bike lane. And he went back there.
But that
Wait,
that
stop.
doesn't mean Greenberg can
Wait.
take the law into her own
Wait a
hands
minute,
and
let me
start
ask you a
throwing
question.
stuff.
Have you ever been surrounded by BLM people?
No,
I have.
but-
Have you been surrounded with
These
bullhorns?
same people. I have.
Have you? Okay. So
I've
if you're
had
an
Del Rio
80-year-old
in my
woman-
face,
Right.
actually.
I know him.
Yeah,
That
he's
was the
been in
guy
my
that did the
face.
Twisted Tea.
I know.
So wait a minute. So if you're an 80-year-old woman,
Right.
80, not you, Kevin,
Right.
okay, and you're standing there and all this is going on, and they're circling you,
Right.
and the police
She's
aren't
gonna be
doing. Wait a minute.
intimidated. Yeah.
You're going to tell me? So you guys are taking one snippet without looking at everything that happened that day.
I've been studying the situation
But
since December.
You
I've
weren't
looked at it
there.
all.
But-
You were not
But
there.
nothing else that.
But she threw water on him.
But the thing is,
that's what
the
it comes down
context
to.
You know
doesn't
what? So then
matter.
he should have gone to the police.
But she shouldn't have thrown water.
She shouldn't have
either.
thrown water.
It's
So
about.
they
it's
both
about
did
a
something
equal-
wrong.
No, see, you
It's
guys.
about a equal enforcement of.
It's
the
about being
me ask you-
transparent about the story and not making him to be the villain and her to be the victim. She did something too.
He is a villain.
I would say that
In this situation, she did something too.
It was
she did the
provoked.
first?
Number
On
one.
both sides agitate.
So that's fine. So be on a jury. But when somebody gets charged with drugs or whatever, they get charged and they go to court. Doesn't the judge and the jury, they look at like all the circumstances that led to whatever they did?
In Massachusetts,
Right.
I don't really know.
I know because I'm in the
I don't
court
know.
system.
But if one person shoots another, does the
We're not talking
circumstances
about
matter that
that.
much? Like,
See, you guys are looking at one thing.
I
You're
understand what you're
not
saying.
looking at what transpired in Swampscott and what we were subjected to on a daily basis by Shimmy and other people.
But he didn't make physical contact in any of these situations.
She's saying he did though.
What I'm saying is, Linda Greenberg's face was here.
Yeah.
Shimmy walked by
Yeah.
and swatted the flag of the woman that was right next to her.
Okay.
You don't think that's intimidating?
Right, but that doesn't justify her throwing the water.
Do you think that's intimidating?
It could be perceived that way,
But
yeah.
see, because you're not an 80-year-old woman.
Right.
If you're an 80-year-old
But the
woman,
law still applies to her.
no, it doesn't because you're not listening. You guys are not listening.
I'm just saying.
You don't know what transpired in Swampscott. The police stood by while other elderly people were literally surrounded by Black Lives Matter.
I don't agree with
Wait a
you.
minute. Elderly people. The police stood by.
Right.
Okay? And they did nothing. What they did is, when the elderly people, one guy pushed the megaphone out of his ear, the guy that walks with the cane, 68 years old, they arrested him.
Yeah.
So women.
Right, you can't be pushing people's
No,
property.
you're not listening.
No, I'm agreeing.
No, they arrested an 68-year-old guy that BLM had surrounded. And they were holding a bullhorn to his ear. You think that's all right?
What did that guy do?
He pushed it away and he got arrested.
Oh, right.
So
Well,
you're
yeah.
telling me that's okay?
Well, they didn't touch it.
You think somebody can put a bullhorn into your ear?
If they're not touching.
No. See, that's what
But he
I'm saying.
can't block other people.
How do you get people away if they surround you?
They can't block your path legally.
Oh my God, you guys are all mixed up.
No.
I have to go because I have a program at 8 o'clock.
I'm just trying to get to the
But-
truth of the matter.
but
I'm
the-
not on a
She's
side. I'm
telling
not
the
calling
truth.
you
No,
lying or
I am.
anything.
You're not
I'm
listening.
not saying.
She's told
You're
you
not
her
listening.
truth.
You're not. No, you are
But
not.
it's on us to investigate
That's
everything.
impactful
But you're
for
not.
the people of
You're not
Massachusetts.
listening.
So-
You're
Well,
saying
you've got plenty
She
of
should be
if
telling
an
the whole
elderly
truth.
person gets
That's
surrounded.
the problem. She's
no,
been
But
lying
I didn't
for a
see
year.
a
I'm not
surround
lying.
in that
I am
video.
not lying,
He
Catherine.
didn't touch
Wait.
her.
Okay.
And nobody
He
talks
did
about
touch
the
her.
fact that
Behind
she
the
threw
barricade.
water
You're not
on
She
him.
wasn't
listening. Okay.
surrounded.
The fact that she threw
Nice to
water
see
on
you.
him changes the
Nice to
whole
see
story.
you.